and hi everyone. Welcome to the Hannah Johns podcast where we bring people closer to the sport that they love. I'm Hannah Johns, and today I have with me here professional pickleball player Gabe Tardio. Gabe, welcome.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Gabe, you're only 19 years old. You're from Bolivia originally. Now you live in Southeast Florida. You're currently number 7 in the world in mixed doubles, number 8 in men's doubles, and number 18 in men's singles. And you have, I believe, 7 PPA titles to your name, as well as 6 silver medals on the PPA Tour. And you've had a great year already with only three tournaments down this year. You've gotten 2 golds and 2 silvers. You almost triple crowned in Australia, actually, which was freaking awesome. But I
I
want to talk
know.
about how confident you're feeling about your game in 2025 and your overall improvement coming up to this point.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been working a lot this last couple years and last months really. Partnering with Ben kind of like made me kind of lock in a little bit more than usual. But yeah, just super excited to compete and hopefully have another good year.
So when you're not locked into pickleball, what are your distractions?
Shoot, I don't do much actually.
You
Like
know?
when I'm home, I don't want anyone talking to me. I just want to like chill. I just want to like scroll down to TikTok, watch some blackjack. You know,
Yeah.
maybe once in a while I'll play like Fortnite with Hayden or like you know do something. But when I'm home, I just practice and chill. Really, I don't do much.
I think that's the answer for most pros out there. It's so exhausting to be on tour that all
Yeah,
you want to do, being home is a vacation, right?
yeah, for sure.
But also a huge congratulations to you because you started out this year with some really big news. You signed a massive 3-year deal with the PPA, MLP, UPA. What went into that decision?
Yeah, I mean, I think just EPA is the best tour in the world. That's where the best players play. And I'm young and I'm trying to get better every single day. So, you know, to be honest, it was pretty easy. If yeah, like I said, I'm young and that's where the best players play. So if I want to keep getting better, that's the way.
Makes sense. And you are known as one of the originators of that new aggressive right side style of play. Why did you start doing that? What was the key to unlocking that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I always liked my back and flick. So I
Mhm.
thought like, and I also play a lot better when I'm moving. Like I never liked standing. So I think when I started just kind of like playing the big right side, it was when I was playing with Conor Garnett. So his best, everybody knows that his best shots, it's the 2E speed up or like just overall his back end. So he doesn't really like his forehand. So like, he could have his back end and I could help him in the middle with my back end, which I liked. So I think that's where like everything started. Um, but yeah, I think it just made sense. The left side player has to do like a lot, has to like gets the most balls, has to cover a lot of court. And I just thought it would be a little helpful if I, take a little court myself and so he doesn't have to do all the work pretty much.
It certainly has worked out well. But
Yeah.
the big news of 2025, other than your massive contract that you signed, was that Ben and Colin Johns were splitting up, and that Ben had asked you to be his partner for the majority of 2025. Was that a
Yeah.
surprise to you?
It was. It really was. Just, like him
Random
and,
phone
and
call,
Con
or
no, I was actually like in Bolivia.
oh,
And
really?
I was in a sauna with my cousins. We're just like at the pool or something, and I got the text. But yeah, I was really surprised because him and Colin, have done great. They always finish like number one in the ranking, so I didn't really think they would switch. I know like they haven't had like as much success as previously did, but I think they're obviously both really talented, so I thought like they would sort of figure it out. But I think, yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm just super happy it was me. Um, I don't really, care about the why, but yeah,
Sure. It works out. Well,
yeah,
I'm sure you guys will find it fun to sort of figure out how to play together to some extent. Will you also feel some additional pressure playing with somebody who's considered to be the goat of the sport?
yeah, yeah, for sure. I think it adds a little pressure. That's why I tried not to think about it. right now, like I don't feel much pressure, but I'm sure like once the tournament gets, closer, like maybe tomorrow I'm gonna start feeling it. Maybe the first match I'm gonna start feeling it. But you know, that's what we do for a living. I like the pressure. I like competing. So yeah, we'll see how we do.
Sure, that's the athlete's mentality. You guys are hungry for the competition, for the pressure, for the big moments, right? And it's Ben has tried a few different matchups outside of Colin. Played with Matt Wright and James Ignatowicz and Hayden Patrickin very recently, just in Tucson,
Yeah,
and they haven't won titles. Ben and Hayden lost in the semifinal in Tucson just 2 weeks ago to Andre Dasku and Christian Alshon, who took you guys out in the final. You were playing with J
yeah.
Dub, but so it's clearly not a shoe in, so to speak. It can be difficult to figure out a new partnership. But how difficult do you think it will be for the two of you to start winning majors together?
Yeah, for sure. Like two great players doesn't necessarily make a great team. So I think
Mm-hmm.
it'll be tough for sure. I remember like we practiced like three times last week or this week, sorry.
Yeah.
And the first time we practiced, we both kind of like didn't play our best. Like I didn't say we played bad, but like I don't know, it was just tough. Like we got confused on the drops. Um, the thinking was not our best. Like I would speed it up and he was not ready, or like he would speed it up and I was not ready. So it's just like small things that we gotta get dialed in, and I think we should be okay. The by the time th third time we practiced, we were both really more much more comfortable with each other. So that's good, and hopefully we could win the title here in Mesa.
I know his so Ben's recent move to Boca Raton was very much because he wanted to be close to you to practice, to be able to really dial in your partnership together and be with all the other good players over there as well, and just switch things up. And you know that Colin and Ben are known for sort of drilling and isolation, and you guys have a ton of really, a very fun group, lots of good rec games. It's a very different environment for Ben, so I know it's been fun for him to be over there with you guys. One of the big reasons that Ben said he wanted to play with you that I found really interesting was that he said it's really tough to play against you. And so he wanted to remove you from the competition by getting you on his side of the net. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know why Ben struggles against me. Um, I do think that every time I play against Ben, I play my best, just because
Mhm.
everyone wants to be the best.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing my best out here. So if I'm just glad, that Ben feels that way. And yeah, I'm not sure.
It might stay a mystery forever because if you're always still
Yeah,
playing together, we'll never know.
yeah, that's a question for him, not for me. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I'll dial it. I'll dial it back with him and find out.
Perfect.
Well, what do you think the two of you, because you're both fantastic players in your own right, but what can the two of you learn from each other?
Um, I mean, I think there's a lot of things I could learn from Ben. I don't know if there's a lot of things he could learn from me, but just
You're humble.
yeah. I mean, I think just his consistency, you know, he's super mental stable, like just his he's smart on the court, and those small things I think like it could get me to the next level. I think Ben is obviously one of the most consistent players there is, also one of the smartest. So I think if I could learn, his strategy, or like those type of like patterns that he drills and he applies on the matches, it would be a lot helpful for me. And for me, maybe he could learn how to be a little more aggressive. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like in practice, I lose almost every match I play in practice, just because every ball I get, I speed it up. So, it might not be the smartest, but it definitely, helps with, once you're in the match that actually matters. You learn how to pick spots and all of that. So maybe yeah, he could try to be a little more aggressive, and maybe that'll help him.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. You have to try things in rec and push your limits, right? Otherwise, you'll never know what you're capable of when you get out on the court on the main stage. Um, I think you guys will both have some exciting discoveries by playing together about your own games. I wanted to ask if there are any partnerships out there that you love to play against, because I know how many awesome players live in your area, and you've got all these friends on tour. Are there partnerships where you're like, oh, I love playing against them and really trying to light them up?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be fun to play against Fed and Hayden. They've been doing
Yeah.
great. It would
Mm-hmm.
also be fun to play against Christian and Andre. You know that they kind of like spanked me last week, so it would be definitely fun to play against them. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and then there's just a lot of fun partnerships that I think it would be fun to play against them. But I think Fed and Hayden and Christian and Andre right now would be the my best two right now.
Nice. I know the rest of us are all super excited to watch those too.
Yeah.
But so you had, before Ben reached out, you had a partnership set for 2025 with JW Johnson. Was that a tough conversation to have with him?
Yeah, for sure. We actually didn't really like set a schedule out. Like we didn't had like tournament like all the tournaments planned out. We also said that like we would play about like 70% to 60% because we didn't get like the problem for me is I don't want to play with the same player all year because I feel like I get bored.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to go like week after week with the same partner, and win, you know.
Yeah,
So we already planned about switching up a bit, but yeah, it was definitely a tough decision and a tough, conversation with them because we're good friends and they done a lot for me and yeah, and just tough. I don't know.
it's tough. It's one of those things in pickleball, and lots of people have to break partnerships. It happens all the time, right? But ultimately, I think most pros understand like this is the industry where you need to play your absolute best, and whatever can give you a leg up is what you have to do in the sport. And I know Colin and Ben have had that difficult conversation as well, so they
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
So is it ever hard? You're so young. You carry yourself so well. You're so mature, and you really are a great ambassador for the sport. But is it ever hard to be such a young pro traveling around the U.S. with a bunch of these sort of older adults?
Not really. Like for me, like at the beginning it was a little more tougher. I was a little younger. But now like tournaments are probably like the most it's what I look for, really. I have so much fun in the tournaments. Like we hang out with Anna, Hayden, Jesse, and Kate, and Wyatt, and yeah, it's just a good time every time I'm in a tournament. I love competing, and after we compete, we always go to dinners and hang out. So it's a lot of fun. It's not only work. So. Yeah, I think
That's
it's
great.
it's a good balance, and that's what makes me not get tired of tournaments, and competing
Yeah, if you can love what you do, there's nothing better than that.
for sure.
What did your family say when you decided you wanted to go pro in pickleball, and you're like, I'm going to do it? What was their reaction?
So actually, like I was doing it just for fun. I never thought anything about it. Like I think my parents were the ones always like pushing me to kind of like go for it. My dad especially. He
Mm-hmm.
was the one who at first was keep like he kept telling me again and again like start drilling and take it seriously and start going to tournaments and he is the one who went to tournaments with me at first. Um so yeah, I think I just gotta like thank them to push me. Like I said, I never really thought anything of it. I was just playing for fun. I actually just playing because I couldn't play tennis anymore because of COVID. So that was the only
Oh,
reason. Yeah, that's how I
wow.
started. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's how you found pickleball. Who introduced you to pickleball while you were sort of not able to play tennis during COVID?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a long story. Like I think the first time I ever played pickleball, it was like 2018 or like 2017 in Bolivia. My grandfather lives here in Florida 6 months and then 6 months in Bolivia. And in his community in Florida, there's pickleball courts, so He's 75 or something like that. So there's not much stuff he could do, so he would go play pickleball and just fell in love with it. And he actually built a court in one of his vacation house in Bolivia, like 30 minutes away from my house. And we're a very close family, so once a month we would all go to that kind of like vacation house and just hang out, eat some steak, go to the pool. And yeah, he built a pickleball court, so all our family kind of like started playing there when we were there. And yeah, like in 2020, I think I moved here to the US, and COVID, shut down all the tennis academies. So I kind of like started playing pickleball with my grandparent and my dad. So that's how it started.
Yeah, there was nothing else to do, so
Yeah,
like
yeah,
pickleball was it.
basically. Yeah.
So when you got your first big paycheck, like I don't know if you remember one specifically, what was your family's reaction?
Um, yeah, I don't remember. I would guess it would have to be my first PPA contract. That it was really kind of like the first big. No, actually, it was my first contract. It was with Paddletech.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So yeah, I mean, my family was just stoked. They were spending a lot of money just to get me
sure.
on this tournaments, and kind of like that contract cover pretty much everything. So it was just. They were happy for me, and they were happy for themselves as well, for their wallet,
Sure.
I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh. And you said you were just in Bolivia recently. What do you miss about there? What do you love about Bolivia?
Yeah, I think what I miss the most is just family and friends. Like when I go there, I have my friends that I know them since I was like 5 years old. So it's probably that, and just, hanging out. I think when I'm in Bolivia, I kind of like go out more and do more stuff. Here it's just like I said, I don't do much, just pickleball
You're
pretty
busy.
much. Yeah. So I think just hanging out with friends and family.
Awesome. Well, you've got a long season ahead of play in MLP and PPA. We're only three tournaments down of a very long year. What are some of your goals or things you're looking forward to this season?
Um, I mean, I'm looking forward to play with Ben. I'm looking forward for MLP. I absolutely love MLP. I love my team. Anna, Hayden. Unfortunately, we had to
Mm-hmm.
drop Kate, I believe, and I
Yeah,
don't know who else are we gonna get, but it's just a fun time every time we're in the court together. So yeah, just look forward to those things.
awesome. Yeah, lots to look forward to. And you will actually be playing in Mesa in just 2 days here, one day.
Yeah, 2 days. Yeah,
Yep, with Ben for the very first time. So we're going to get to see how
yeah,
that all pans out. We're so
yeah.
excited to see that. And I so much appreciate you coming on here, Gabe, and getting to chat with you. Is there anything else you want to leave us with before we check off here?
No, I think that was all for me.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Hannah.
Gabe. Appreciate you very much. Good luck this
Yeah,
season.
thank you. Bye bye.